Hey, Tim here with, well, I'm not with any channel, so this is just a random video about how to make a dual prop removal tool. And I found out that, you need a special tool to remove the second prop. The first prop has a nut that just will spin right off. I believe it's like 30 millimeters or 1 3/16 or something like that. Getting that off is pretty easy. The second tool is actually going to be a special, retaining ring like this. It has a special tool that you can order online. So what I did was I didn't feel like ordering one and waiting for it, so I'm pretty impatient. So plus it was like 35 bucks for the cheap one, and nicer one I think ended up being about 80-90 bucks or so. So anyway, I went to Lowe's to go grab a 2-inch wide Schedule 40 pipe. It's like in a little rack, usually in the aisleway. I think it was like 4 or 5 bucks. Took that. Then you'll need a drill, a 1/2-inch drill, and then a 3/16 drill. And if you do have a cutoff tool, that makes it easier. Then you don't actually even need the 3/16 drill. You can actually cut the little slots with the cutoff tool. But really, all those are the only two things you really need. So what I did was and a piece of string. I have a string here that I ended up cutting to 2 1/16 inches. It seemed to work out pretty well. The inside of these tubes are 2 inches, so when you find the circumference, it ends up being about 6.3. Then you divide it by, you're having 3 slots, so you're going to divide that by 3. So but anyway, it ends up being close to 2 1/16. Excuse me, 2 1/16. Yeah. So if you do 2 1/16, it gives you kind of a little wiggle room to kind of adjust, kind of depending on how you cut. How I ended up cutting my originally was with the drill. I ended up just kind of coming in and just kind of pulling it down. So definitely not professional, definitely not straight. But then I kind of came back in and cleaned it up with the cutoff tool. But that's kind of why mine ended up being a little wide. The actual nut itself is about 3/16 inch wide. So I mean, if you go up to a 1/4 inch, you still got plenty of grip. My little concern was if I made these too long, that it wouldn't have the strength, that it'd like crack one off, because I saw a lot of people having some issues with pulling theirs off. So this is the first time I've ever taken it off this boat, so I'm not sure when the last time it was removed. But this ended up working out well, so I ended up kind of cutting it around. So how I did was I used the string. So first I marked my first make a mark on the inside. Oops, sorry, camera. Make it mark on the inside, and then you take this little string, you put it on the inside. Sorry about the camera, you're not gonna be able to see it for a second. Hold on. So, and then I kind of hold it on the inside, and so once you're at the center of one, then come over around, mark the center of the next one. Like I said, give or take. So once you have that, then when you go all the way around, you have 3 that should be pretty evenly spaced out. At that point in time, I end up just kind of going up on top. I end up cutting these a 1/2 inch deep. So just kind of pulled it straight on down, and that's it. So, really all it needs is 3/16 if you're perfect, but make a 1/2 inch, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to get it on there. So that's kind of my tool. And then for my leverage, since I had some extensions, those are 3/8 inch socket extensions, 2 12s and a 6. Then I ended up just drilling a 1/2 inch hole in there for the leverage. So then you can just, oh, sorry, you're not gonna see for a second. Almost like a car jack type idea of just kind of taking this, going straight through the center of it, so that way it'd give it most torque. And I just kind of held it right on the nut, went right on, and then just twisted. Mine came off, no issues, nothing broke. So once again, this is probably not a tool that'll last forever. That'll probably ever, I don't know, probably throw it away after this. But it's a cheap way to make a tool if you're trying to get off your Volvo Penta dual prop second shaft, because stupid engineers, they ended up putting the drain plug inside behind there, rather than most places that would probably have it like right underneath them or somewhere that you can get to easily. They have it on the inside, so I wanted to pull mine off so I can change it out, because I feel like most people are just too lazy to do proper changes on any of the oils or transmission fluids or anything. So Yeah, so that's a quick video of it. Any questions, just shoot me questions down in the links, and thank you for taking your time, and I apologize about this being completely unprofessional. Have a great day.